Jeremy, what does this game mean to you, being your last game as a Buckeyes?
It means a lot. Coach Day's talked a lot about the traditions and expectations of playing in the Rose Bowl and of all the people that came before you. And it was a big decision in playing this game is that it's the Rose Bowl, and I don't really want to leave off of a bad note as we play in the last game. So I'm excited to play in the Rose Bowl, and I'm excited to play against Utah.
What are the things that you feel like you guys need to do to really finish this season on a high note?
I think we need to play physical. I think we need to play tough. Just trust our training and trust everything we've been doing this past month because I think we've practiced really well. And I think we're just really excited to be out here at the Rose Bowl and just go out on the right note.
Obviously, there are some guys who were about to go to the NFL who decided not to play in this game. Why was it important for you to play in this game?
I think just being around the guys another month and just leaving on a strong, good note with the team. I don't have any, nothing wrong with the decision that they made. You got to respect it. They got some money on the line, and but just for me, I just wanted to go out on the right note with a bunch of my guys and have one more time putting on the uniform. And the fact that it's the Rose Bowl is very special, so that's really what went into it for me.
How do you feel like this season has gone for you personally?
I feel like a lot of ups and downs. I've learned a lot this year on how to, I've never really been on a team that's really lost that a regular season game, so I feel like I've gotten stronger because of it. Brought our team together, and I think this year was just a success because of the fact that I was around the guys another year. I learned from the coaching staff another year about what it's like to just play the game and continuously learn every day. And I think, like I said, I'm just really excited for this last game and hopefully going to be able to go out on a good note.
Does that help you, preparing for the next level, having to overcome that adversity this season?
Yeah, I think we haven't really had that happen until later in the season since I've been here, where we've kind of done pretty well in the regular season and never really faced adversity during that and having to really force ourselves to overcome it. And like I said, I think that really helped me out as a player personally, and as far as the rest of the guys, I think the same thing.
Obviously, Chris and Garrett aren't going to be playing in this game. You hoping maybe that leads to a few more targets for you?
I kind of learned not to hope for anything. Just try to trust and do whatever you can to help the team, and then hopefully good things will happen from there. But just trust the training, trust everything we've been doing to get here, and hopefully we'll see if something comes my way. But I'm not really worried about that. Just worried about winning this game and going out on a good note.
How have you seen some of the younger guys step up over the course of these both practices?
Yeah, I think that the talent's always been there for those guys. They're special players. If you're here, you're special. So, but really just seeing them go to work every day and trying to get better and really get put in those stress situations is important for those guys. And we're excited to see how they play. And I'm going to be helping them the whole way if they need anything. I'm going to be there for those guys.
How have you seen G. Scott and Joe Royer progress over the course of this season?
Yeah, I think they're doing really well. They're kind of learning the physicality it takes to play tight end here, and it's really hard to explain, but it's not easy to just pick up and do it. I had a hard time getting into it. Kind of get thrown into the fire for a little bit, and you got to see how you react. And I feel like those guys are really coming along well, and just the effort and the 1-2 is there. And now it's just a matter of fact of putting it on the field, which I think they're doing.
I know Cade's still doing some cross training, still doing some stuff at linebacker. What's it like to kind of see him doing that? Being with you guys sometimes as a tight end and now doing some linebacker stuff too.
It's fun. We have a lot of fun in practice. Going at each other and talking smack and just it's fun seeing him over there, though. He looks like he's having a great time, and it's kind of natural for him to play that position. And if we need him, he'll come over here. But if he's over there, I think he's doing a great job. So we're excited for him and everything that he's got going on, and hopefully he can make the most of it.
What's up, Jeremy?
So, man.
Do you believe that this is it this week?
No, it's kind of crazy thinking about it, but it's good that they have like a little expectation of knowing it's there and not really having a question. But no better way to go out than the Rose Bowl with the guys that I've been here with my whole career. So I'm excited for that and hopefully going on a good note.
Did you give any thought to not playing this game? I know that 4 guys opting out had to at least be some sort of consideration.
Yeah, I'm kind of in a different situation than those guys. Obviously it was a thought, but at the same time, I kind of knew in the bottom of my heart that I wanted to go out the right way with these guys. I couldn't just get up and leave. So I totally respect those guys for what they decided. They're in a different situation than all of us, and every situation is unique. But for me personally, and the people that I've been around since I've been here, I think that the right decision was me just to play. Goes with who I am, and I'm excited to do it.
Obviously, I know that the team goals didn't reach those. Individually, did you evaluate this year? Did it go the way you wanted or not?
There's definitely some things I look back on and wish I did some things differently. But I think that I don't regret anything. I don't regret the decision to come back. I don't regret anything I've done. But as far as going back and making some plays where I think I could have made during the games and stuff, there's a few that stick out. But personally, I think just another year of the strength program and getting around the guys, I think was important for me. And I think I wanted to just enjoy this last year. I definitely had a great time with these guys. And like I said, now that we're here, enjoying this bowl trip and going out the right way, I think is what's really at the forefront of my mind right now.
When you say that some of the plays, what sticks in your mind that got away from you?
Yeah, I mean, I never really had a drop in the game. I had a few this year, and a few opportunities you get. You really want to make those plays and stay up at night thinking about those sometimes. But at the end of the day, you got to move on and hopefully make the next one. But a few missed blocks that I can just think about, and that's really all I regret. I just think back looking at plays where I could have made that I know I could have helped the team and I know I can make. And looking back at it, it's frustrating. But at the end of the day, you can't really look back. You got to look forward, and we're excited to play Utah and hopefully be able to make those plays in this game.
I feel like you've probably been asked this a million times by me and everybody else, but now that you're at the end, did the whole experience becoming a tight end and the complete, did that match up with your expectations and then the reality?
I mean, I knew going in it wasn't going to be easy, and I don't want it to be easy. I knew it was going to be hard, and it was really hard. I mean, every day, our unit, we're held accountable, and I never missed a practice. I never missed anything. I've always tried to be there for everybody, be there for my team, and physically it was super taxing and super hard, but I mean, that's why you play the game. That's why I love the game, and it's super challenging, and I'm excited to see what my future holds because of the days I put in at this program, and I don't regret anything. The only thing I regret is, like I said, a few times where I think I know I could have made a play where I didn't, and it doesn't sit well with me. But as far as my experience here and my time here, I feel like I've developed into a better man, a better player, and I can't wait to see what's next.
I mean, we wouldn't be having a tight end conversation if we didn't talk about the targets for this game. With Chris and Garrett out, it seems like it's got to be a tight end game, right?
We don't really talk about that. Don't want to jinx anything, don't want to do anything. But like I said, hopefully, if it comes my way, I'll be able to make the play. And we've been training for that this whole month about, some opportunities might open up. But at the end of the day, I just treat it like another game and just, play every play individually and not think ahead. And hopefully we'll come out on top and end it the right way.
Has Cade had to cover you this month?
Yeah, we've gone against each other in practice a lot. He loves it over there. He seems like he's home, back where he belongs. And practices are fun. Us going at it, talking smack, and it's just good to see him enjoying it again. He loved it. He loved playing tight end, but I think that linebacker is really where he wants to be, and we're excited to see that. And hopefully these young tight ends can step up because they're doing a great job.
Think you guys are going to lose him there permanently?
I don't know. He loves it there, and we're happy to see it. So we'll see.
Thanks, Rob.
Yeah.
Jeremy, we were talking there about final games. At what point do you get nostalgic, sentimental? Is that after the game? Do you think about this week at all?
Getting out here, it's kind of, you get the feeling of it. It's good the fact that you know that it's your last game. You're not going in questioning it. So I think you get to prepare a little bit more. But like I was saying before, I think that just looking back on my time here and all the work you put in and how hard it was, it just makes you realize how blessed you are to be here and truly appreciate the time and this last game that we're about to play. So the preparation and all the hard work that we put in is all going to be put into this game, and we're just excited to it, and hopefully we go out the right way.
Every year around this time, people start talking about who's going. I mean, what's coming back? Who are the young guys that you look at this team and say, this place is in good shape?
Yeah, I mean, I think that the standard's been set since I've gotten here, since way before I've been here. And as older guys, our job to show it to the younger guys. And I think with COVID last year, it was a little tough for those younger guys coming in. They didn't really get the full workout, off-season training that we usually do. Just the normal things like the little details because of COVID, you couldn't really do it. And this year was tough, just trying to get that back on track. And I think we've done a pretty good job of that. And all those guys that are coming back in my class and the older guys in the younger classes, I think that they're going to do a great job of setting that standard and continuing the legacy of playing at Ohio State and being a dude here.
You're one of the few guys who've been in this venue. What do you remember about Pasadena and what makes this game special?
I remember walking out on that field and just seeing the sunset over the mountains. It was beautiful. It was breathtaking, and it's super cool. And now we're coming back 4 years later, and I'm more of a crucial part of the offense and this team. And I only got to play a little bit last time I was here, and I'm just excited to really get out there and just take in the whole moment and then just lock back in and play the game. It's kind of what separates this place from everywhere else is just the atmosphere and the week leading up to it, and just how beautiful of scenery it is and the traditions that have been played on that field is exciting for me, and I can't wait to go out that way.
Jeremy, this will be your last game, correct?
Yeah.
Did you ever think you could come back? Everybody can use that additional year of eligibility now.
Yeah, no, that hadn't really been a thought. I kind of knew going into this season this was going to be it, and try and leave everything out there on the field, and never really was a thought of coming back. I just wanted to focus on this year and hopefully what's coming next. So, yeah, there hadn't really been a thought about that.
How do you think this year coming back helps you?
I think it's really forced me to put myself into a leadership role, especially in my unit. You know, we've had those older guys in my unit the whole 3 years I've been there before this year. So, really forced me into a position of leadership, which was good for me. I think I learned a lot about myself, a lot about what it takes to lead guys. I think I've done a pretty good job of it, and hopefully I've left those guys with something that they can remember and something that they can set a standard for in the future.
It's a really young room. You were talking about that, just how they were impacted by COVID year disruption and development, and even guys like G. Scott just moved to tight end. Where have you seen guys like him grow a lot?
Yeah, I think like I was saying before, the playing tight end at Ohio State is not only is it so physically taxing on your body and it's so hard, but mentally and schematically you have to really be at your A game at all times because you're doing so many different jobs. So I think the biggest thing when you're transitioning to tight end, especially for me, was just being able to know everything you got to do, know all your techniques, know all your assignments, and be able to know it so well that you can play full speed, because that's the biggest thing. If you're thinking too much when you're playing, it doesn't really help you. You start to miss little things, forget little details, and that can put you behind the 8 ball. But I feel like at the end of the day, just those guys are coming along so well, and as an older guy, I feel like it's my responsibility to help them in the way and lead them in the right direction. And I think they're doing that, and I think they're going to get a lot of opportunities this game to show that.
It seems like you personally will have a lot of responsibilities in this game because Utah's a really physical front, so that you're going to obviously need to block well, and not having Chris and Garrett in the passing game, you're going to need to be a threat there. Do you look at this game as kind of obviously a tight end you always do a lot, but it seems like especially with this matchup.
Yeah, I mean their defense is very stout. You know, we do that going in. We're watching tape every day about them, and their linebackers are really good. Their D line is really good. And we're excited to go against those guys. And in order to win this game, we know we're going to have to run the ball. So just the best way to go into a game is to show your opponent some respect. And if you don't respect your opponent, then you're not going to take them seriously. And we truly respect them and respect everything they've done this year. They had a great season. And we know when we're gonna get into that game, it's going to be physical. It's going to be tough. And we're going to really have to just run the ball. And I think that's what's important. And we're stressing over here is that we know we can't get pushed around. We gotta do our jobs, and hopefully, if we do that, we'll end up the right way.
When you say the defense is stout, what stands out the most when you watch them on film?
Yeah, their two linebackers are really good. They're really fast. They're really physical, and they're always in the right place. So just really being able to understand their tendencies and where they like to go around the field is important for the tight ends to know where we got to fit our blocks and hopefully get in the pass game. So just knowing that what we're going up against is important for us, and when you get out there, anticipating versus reacting is important. So the more tape you can watch, the more you can understand your opponent, the better you can play. And like I said, it all goes back to the respect that we have for those guys, and that we know that we're going into a game where, you know, if we're not on our game, we can get hit right in the face. So we're excited for that, and like I said before, we can't wait to put it to the test.
Thanks, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Hey, Jeremy.
What's up?
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Jackson was just saying this is a must-win, kind of to finish off this year, start next year. You see it that way, that you certainly don't want to end on back-to-back losses?
I think going into any game at Ohio State, it's a must-win with our fan base and our expectations. So it's safe to say that any game we play is a must-win, and especially this one on this stage is important for us, and we respect our opponents. So going in there with the utmost respect for those guys, knowing that they can get us at any moment in time is important, and being able to prepare so much before this game for those guys is important to us. So just trying to do what we do every game and hopefully stay on track and do our jobs and hopefully come out on top is what's important to us.
What does the Rose Bowl mean? You've heard about it, I'm sure, forever.
Yeah, I mean, I played it my freshman year. I got in there a few times in the game, and just remembering the atmosphere there, and the stadium, walking out in the grass with the sunset in the background was unforgettable for me. And now I'm just so blessed to be here, be able to be here again, and be more of a be a bigger part of the offense. And this team is truly a blessing, and I'm excited for that. And just the traditions of everybody that's been here before you. You watch videos, you listen about it, you read about it. And, it's just for us, we know that we hold ourselves to a high standard because that's what it takes to get here, and we're excited for that opportunity.
Are you the pick to click on Saturday, or these young guys get in the act now with Garrett and Chris?
Yeah, I mean, every game I'm going into it ready to be able to, if my team needs me to do something to help, so I'm not going to treat it any differently. I'm just going to try and trust my training and trust my preparation. We had a whole month to prepare for this one, and just trying to get on the tape and see these guys and really, understand what they do well, what they don't do well, and go in there with respect, like I said, because if you don't respect your opponent, you're going to get humbled real quick, and especially in this league and against a team like Utah. So, like I said, just trying to prepare and be able to anticipate what they're doing instead of reacting is important for us, and trust our training. And like I said, just not really focusing on myself and just trying to go out the right way as a team.
I keep hearing physical from a lot of guys about this last few weeks. Do you think it has been after that knock against Michigan?
Yeah, I think we've definitely played way more physical in practice. We've treated it differently. I said before, we've never really gone through this where we've been in a regular season where we've kind of lost a few games. It's always been smooth sailing through the regular season and getting to the playoffs. But we've gone through a loss or two, and we know what it takes to bounce back from that, and what it takes to come together as a team. And I've never really been a part of that, and it's been a great learning experience for me of how to get a team going and how to understand what it takes to bounce back and go out the right way. So I think it's important for us to really come together. We've played super physical in practice, gone against each other for this past month, and hopefully we can put that to the test on Saturday.
What are your first impressions of Utah's defense from watching?
Yeah, they're really versatile. Their linebackers are really good. The guys that we've been watching on tape are really good. They run sideline to sideline. They're very physical. And like I said before, we respect those guys, and we're going in there and just knowing that at any point in time they can humble us, and preparing as hard as we can to know what they're doing and kind of give us an edge. So like I said, we respect those guys. They're really good. Their D-line's really strong, and their secondary comes around from the back end. So just trying to know what they do pretty well, so when we get out there, it doesn't look funky to us, it doesn't look new to us, and just try to play our game.
Jeremy, have you noticed any change at all in C.J. Stroud since he became a Heisman finalist?
Nah, he's catching the same dude he's been since he got here, since last year when he was the backup for Justin. He's just one of the guys, and now that he's getting all the success, it's good to see him just stay that way. It's exciting to see all the accolades he's been getting. He deserves it, all the work he's put in, and all the doubters he had going into the season. We weren't one of them. We knew what he was capable of, and I've been saying it his whole career is just be yourself, because that's what got you here, and trust your training. And I think he's really done that, and he's not made any moment too big for himself. So he never really gets too high, never really gets too low. He's just CJ, which is really important for him and any quarterback.
Yeah, you've experienced this as a player. How much does respect grow for a guy from the beginning of a year to the end? Like when you rise from being a first-time starter like he did this year, you know what I mean? Just respect among the team, because you still got to prove yourself to other guys, right? What's your reputation?
I think especially for us, being the guys that actually play and inside of a locker room, we understand how hard that is and how hard it is to just go to work every single day and not complain about anything and wait for your time to come and be able to make that play when your number's called is truly important to us, and a level of respect we give those guys when that happens is unmatched, and we know that whatever he's done, he watches the most film out of any of us, and we know that he's he's gonna do his part. So we gotta do ours. We don't want to get exposed. So there's a level of that where we know our teammates got our back, and you don't want to be the guy that sets us apart. So. Like I said, we came together so much after this past week, and we're excited for it, and we respect our opponent, and we know CJ does the same, and we're excited for that.
And one other quick, why is it important for you to play in this game? You are playing, right?
Yeah, I'm playing. I think it's important. It just goes with who I am. I don't have any. I respect the other guys' decision of not playing. They definitely have a different situation than me. Everybody's situation is different, but personally for me, I think that if I didn't play, I wouldn't be able to sleep at night. I'm not that type of person. I need to go out the right way, especially after a loss. And just being around the guys for another month was important to me. I didn't want to go out with a bad taste in my mouth. And I don't really think I'm the guy to just sit out of the game. I think I need to get out there and play with my teammates and play for my coaches and the Ohio State fan base one more time, and hopefully go out the right way.
Is Kate Stover, in his heart, does the heartbeat of a defensive player, or does the heartbeat of a tight end? What's your take on Kate Stover at this moment in time?
Definitely. Born a linebacker, and he loves it. We're excited for him. Love going against him in practice. He's been doing really well and brings a lot of energy on that side of the ball. And we're excited for him, and he definitely is a linebacker at heart, and we respect that, and we're happy for him. Yeah.
Just going against Cade in practice, is there almost like I kind of want to beat him because we were in the same room now, we're kind of competing. How are those practices like when you're going against Cade?
They're fun. He's way bigger than those other guys. Because playing tight end, you got to be a certain weight in our team, and he's heavier than the guys we go against every day. So you feel that. He still runs fast, flies around everywhere, and he seems like he's doing really well. He's really excited, and we love going against him. We're talking smack in practice against each other each day, and just brings the energy, and it makes it fun in practice, and that's what you wanted. So we're excited for him. We know that's where he wants to be, and we also know at any point in time he'd come back and play with us if we needed him. So we're just excited for him, and we can't wait to play on Saturday.
Yesterday in practice, it looked like you and G swapped jerseys. Was that just fun, or
yeah,
just to go with that?
Bull practice, a bunch of guys just switch jerseys, make it hard for the coaches to tell who's who. Kind of play around with that in that aspect, have some fun, but yeah, it's just messing around.
How have you kind of seen G grow as he's moved to tight end, and how have you seen him grow?
Yeah, I think that I was saying before, playing tight end at Ohio State is so taxing on physically. Obviously, you got to do so many jobs, playing in the line of scrimmage and be able to run routes and stuff. But as far as just mentally, the tax that it takes on your body and on your mind is immense too. You have to know all your assignments, your techniques, and everything, and be able to do that at such a high speed at this level that you have to prepare so hard. And for a guy transitioning, I had the problem when I was coming out of high school was just being able to know everything I got to do and be able to do it fast. Because if you play slow, if you think too much, you're gonna get beat. And that's what was hard for me. And I'm just trying to be there for those guys and let them know that the more you prepare, the more you study, and the more you practice and rep it in practice, the easier it gets. And going against our guys on defense every day, it helps out a lot too. But yeah, just a transition for mentally and emotionally to play tight end, you got to have a different mindset. And I think those guys have that mindset. It's just a matter of practicing more and getting those reps in, and they're doing a great job.
Talking with Kevin, he said Joe has really stepped up throughout bowl practices. Joe Royer, what have you seen from him?
Yeah, definitely. He's definitely stepped up. He's done a great job. I think his mindset's really becoming an Ohio State tight end mindset. It takes a certain mindset to play this position at this school, and you're held to a high standard. And not that he hasn't had that before, but he's really bought into that this month, and you can really tell he's making huge strides as a player, and looks tougher, plays tougher, acts tougher, still making the plays in the passing game. And you really just see the growth of those guys, him and G, and all those guys are just leaning on the older guys in the room, and just that's what I had to do when I first got here with Luke and Jake and those guys. And like I said, it takes a mindset, and those guys have the mindset. It's a matter of putting those two reps every day and getting better every day, and they're definitely going in the right direction.
Just thinking back to when you were that young player, you had those older guys to lean on. It's your last game.
Yeah.
How quickly has this gone?
I feel like you just blink of an eye and it's over. I feel like I just moved into my dorms, and now I just moved out of my apartment. So it's pretty surreal, and there's no better way to go out than the Rose Bowl. I started my career here. Now I'm ended it here. So we want to go out the right way, and there's no better stage to do it than here. The scenery is amazing, the hospitality is amazing, and walking out on that field, on that grass, and with the mountains in the background is just, you can't even imagine it, and can't even put into words how amazing it is, how blessed I am to be here. So it went by fast, but I'm ready to go out the right way, and we prepared hard enough so we can enjoy this moment and hopefully enjoy the game right after the game on Saturday. So we're excited.
I know you're still in it, so you don't have the perspective of looking back a bunch of years on it, but how has this experience playing at Ohio State lived up to what you hoped it would?
I knew it was going to be hard. That's what I knew going into this decision to come here. I could have took an easier route, but I knew it was going to be hard. I knew it was going to make me a tougher player, and that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted out of college. I wanted to really learn the position. I knew this was a great place to learn the position well. The numbers might not always be there, which is frustrating sometimes, but at the end of the day, it's made me a better player. It's made me a better person, and looking back at it, it's went fast, but I know that at the end of the day, I'm a better player and a better person because of coming here and learn through Coach Mick's strength staff, through these coaches' accountability, and being a leader. I don't regret any decision I made.
How would you evaluate the way that you individually played this season?
I think I did pretty well. I think I really had to step up in a leadership role, which was tough. I've never really had to do that before, and I think I've grown from that, and I've done a better job of that. Really getting those young guys in my room and on this offense. We had a lot of young guys in this offense, and not many people have really played in games before going into the season. So just trying to be there for those guys was really important for me this year. And as far as on the field, I think I've done a great job. Just trying to be that balanced tight end. And a few plays here and there, I wish I could get back, but you can't think about that. You just go on to the next play. And I think that's what our offense does a great job of, is just bouncing back and not really letting another play affect the other.
Did it come naturally to you to step into that leadership role, or was that hard?
I think it's pretty natural. You get those guys ahead of you that I've been when I was a young guy in my tight end room and on the team who were just those dudes. And I think that just doing what they did and what got me to become a better player, just trying to do that same thing for those young guys. So I think it was pretty natural. Don't want to leave that.